Okay, so...
Hello.
Sorry, we're laughing. We've just done a half an hour video and realised that I hadn't actually pressed start. So, look, I do apologise, although you wouldn't have seen the waste of time.
Yeah, apologise to me.
Yeah, sorry, I apologise to Mrs. T. Hello, Mrs. T.
Hello, darling.
She's had a wonderful time in lockdown, haven't you?
Yes.
Yes. She's been locked down for ages.
I haven't been out of the house.
No, she thought she was going out for a drive.
I've been going like this for ages, hoping the car's actually going to go somewhere.
But we're not going for a drive. And the reason why we're sitting in the car is because we want to share with you our new car.
Mm-hmm.
But we thought we'd also take the opportunity of vlogging it, wouldn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we? And
Yes.
haven't we?
Yes.
Just to share what it's like, what you get with this particular model, and just have a look around the car. And I hope for those of you that might be looking at one of these, then it's good. Then you can actually just have a look round and you know, it might make you make that decision. So anyway, what is it? It is a Range Rover Evoque, and it's the S model. So there you go, Range Rover. It's an Evoque, it's an S model, and it's the D165.
It's just a sexy car. Why have you got to give them all those funny names?
Oh, well, because some people want to know this information.
okay, fair enough.
So anyway, that is it. It comes in Portofino blue, which is a lovely dark sort of Mediterranean sea blue colour.
I must admit, we couldn't see it before because obviously we had to buy it in lockdown, so sort of like unseen. We'd had a test drive in it, months and months ago, or in a Evoque months and months ago, and that's when we sort of fell in love with it. But I actually... Mr. T said to me, well, we're going to buy this car. I went, oh, fantastic, brilliant. What colour is it? Is it going to be red? Because I wanted a red car, always wanted a red car. And he said, no, it's blue. I went, oh, and I had this vision of this strange colour blue, whatever. But it's a really nice blacky blue, which is really lovely.
There we go, that's the story behind the colour. Yeah. Right, let's just do a quick tour of the cabin. Let's try the boot, the thingy down there. What do you call it? The
glove
box. I suppose that's because once upon a time you put your gloves in it, but we put more than gloves in it.
I've got
gloves.
Here,
there you go. So it's quite a decent sized box, isn't it?
Yeah. We had when we had the Kia before, we had a great a box that wasn't as big as this, but it was taken up by this great big manual that was about this thick. This is the Land Rover Evoque manual.
Yeah,
Look at it, it's tiny,
thinner, isn't it?
tiny little thing. And I noticed the other day that this little Q code was on there, so I actually did that on my smartphone, and I've downloaded the app that tells you all about the...
Hang on a second. Is this the reason why when I sit there and I go, oh, I need to look at the manual because I want to know how to do so-and-so, and you go, oh, I already know how to do that?
Well, I don't know how to do it all yet, but I have had a few little looks at things, but not much.
Oh,
so,
okay,
so yeah.
right.
But you know, it's really handy.
I'm glad you shared that with me because you hadn't told me that one at all.
Yeah, well,
Good.
I just want to be clever, and
Okay.
then you also get luxury leather cleaner as well.
All right, yeah, because again, in standard for this car, you do get leather, and we've got, I think it's called Cloud, so it's like a really light grey leather. Not necessarily good if you've got dogs or children,
But we haven't got
but
either.
we haven't got either, so we can hopefully keep it a little bit nicer for a little bit longer. So into the rest of the cabin, what have we got? Oh, we've got some dials down here. What do we do down here?
Okay, my favourite one that I found on the first day was this one. You can turn this up and down, obviously, because it's your temperature gauge. But if you press the button, and you see the little seat mark appear, and you can actually put 3 bars of heat, so we've got heated seats.
Heated seats. Now, when the kids were small, my daughter and I used to drive along in the car, and we used to call it the warm poo maker.
Great, you're weird.
I'm not a fan, to say the least.
Yeah, well, I am a lady of a certain age, and I must admit, if I get in here when it's really, really cold, I put that on, and then within 2 minutes...
You're opening the window.
I'll open the windows and taking all the tops off.
But anyway, that's the standard as a car. We've got lots of other sort of knobs and buttons
yeah, we've got
and whistles.
heated front and rear windscreens.
Front windscreen heated is an absolute godsend.
Yeah.
To be able to just sit in the car and wait for the frost to drop off the windscreen rather than scraping it is a luxury.
Yeah, and these things here are all to do with off-road and on-road and four-wheel drive and up and down hills, and I haven't got a clue about that.
Thank God she doesn't drive much.
This bit here, we've got the normal sort of navigation screen, so we've got oh, hang on. So we've got navigation here. We'll go away. So we've got navigation here, and the nice thing about this is, just like any normal navigation, you know, it's here in the middle. But I noticed the other day that when we were driving somewhere and your screen came up over there, didn't
yeah, that was a really good feature actually, because once you've got the sat nav in there, then when you start getting near to a turn and it sort of zooms in to where you're turning left or right, just at that moment it comes up in that middle square straight in front of you, in front of the driver, which means you're not averting a gaze over here. You can just go from there and straight up to there. So that's a really good feature that I found really was quite good.
So then you've got that, you've got your radio, so you can put whatever radio station on as you like, which is brilliant. And also you've got iPhone connection via Bluetooth as well. So it's all good stuff. You've got all sorts of climate controls. You've got cameras. I love this camera.
Yeah, just look at this. It's like, I don't understand how it works.
No.
But there you go. That's us parked outside our house.
There's our house.
And there's not a camera up in my garage looking at me.
No.
It's just...
it's the wind mirrors and stuff, and it's a simulation of what it looks like here.
And you've got 365, and if you start to drive really slow...
Yeah, look at the wheels. If you turn the wheel, look, it even shows that
what are we looking at?
The wheel, look, is turning.
Is it really?
Yeah. I think that's really clever, look.
But how can it see that?
I don't know. It just feels it, I think, or it simulates.
Yeah.
It's a computer simulated model. That's what it is.
And when you're actually reversing, here it looks as if you've got a drone hovering over the top of you, because it's all around. It's really
clever.
quite weird. Very clever.
Watch this. Look.
Don't ask me about the science of it.
Even this, look, you can actually turn the car and look at the car in different places. I think it's really clever.
It's like there's somebody walking around outside with a camera on, because everything else out there is there.
Look.
That's the neighbour's car.
Yeah.
There's some green sacks that we've got there behind our car from the builders, and I'm just amazed by that. So that's really pretty cool. So that's fabulous. So you got perfect, and again, this is standard on the Evoque S. What else have we got in here? We've got a little place for your sunglasses. Just goes in there, which is quite nice.
Lights and stuff.
Got lights. These are quite good. Yeah, they're all touch control lights.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
It's another little light.
It's a light of something. We ought to really find out one day.
I suppose we ought to, and that's an SOS light. Look,
right.
Red light. I don't know what that's. Please don't tell me it's
flashing. You press that and it rings the police or something.
Probably, I don't know. We'll have to look into that one.
And then you've got microphones up here and speakers for the Bluetooth phone.
I'm sure all the safety features and everything else are there.
We're fully automatic in this one. You've got your normal reverse.
Oh, it hasn't
neutral.
got key, has it? We've never had a car without key.
Well, you've got a key to unlock it and lock it, as in it's a pressy.
Yeah.
But then, that's your start button there. So you have to hit the start button. And it starts it, and you hit the start button, and it stops it.
It also does that when you stop at a junction, it stops the engine, doesn't it?
That's right. Yeah. So as soon as you stop at traffic lights, the car stops, and then when you start, go.
Do you know what? We're probably going to be talking, and somebody's going to be listening to this, and they're like, "Really? We've had that for years."
I know, but we haven't, have we? No. And that's why I want to share it. So there's lots of things. Now, the one of the reasons we got this car as well, and I want to share this, is to us one of the important things is matching up your car with your caravan. So before we got the car, we went on to towcar.info, there it is, and we put in the car. So that's the car we're talking about there. It's the Land Rover Range Rover Evoque D165 all-wheel drive. It's automatic. It's the S model, and we've matched it with our Bailey Unicorn Cabrera caravan, and it comes out as a really good match. So that's one of the reasons why we've bought this. We didn't go for the Sportage again because they don't make a 2 litre anymore, and we like a 2 litre engine.
Is this a 2 litre?
This is a 2 litre engine, yeah. But for some reason, Kia don't make it in the Sportage. They've upgraded it to it's a 1600 engine, but they've said it will tow, but I'm not that confident. Anyway, moving on, what else we've got in the car? You've got all these controls that sit on the steering wheel. You've got your phone control there. You've got your volume control for your phone, and for sat nav, and for your radio and media. Then you've got your normal what do you call it, cruise control there. So you can cancel it and start it. So,
I like that because it's really quite sleek, isn't it? Everything here is really sleek. There's no real major sticky outy buttons, if that's a sort of formal way of saying it.
And then on the driver's side here, we've got the usual sort of standards. You've got your wing mirror sort of operations. your 4 windows that you can open and close. You've got locks there, child locks for the windows and things, and I think you've got a lock over there for your window as well, haven't you? And
that's a lock for the whole doors.
yeah, all the doors as well.
Yeah,
so that's good.
And a window.
Yeah, again, all standard. And in the centre console, we've got a couple of places there for your coffees. We've just got some hand gel there.
This is a big thing with some USB sticks, USB ports and stuff in it, and a 12 volt thing. So.
Excellent.
Got anything we need to 12 volt in there?
And these tops actually push over as well, so you can cover the holes in the centre, I think, can't you?
Somehow, yeah. I can't remember how. How do you do it?
Those handles
Put it
up.
up and over. Oh, there we are.
So you can actually have that as all as an armrest if you want.
And it looks really sleek again.
Okay, we're going to get out and have a look in the boot of the car and have a wander around. And yeah, let's carry on, shall we?
Yeah.
Now, another thing that I really like on the Evoque is these door handles.
They're lovely, aren't they?
They're lovely. Can you actually lock the car?
Yeah.
Mrs. T. And we'll show you what happens. So when the car locks, they go inside. And obviously the mirrors tuck away as well. When you unlock, they come out. And also the beauty of this is when you actually start to drive, these go inside as well. So as you're driving along, you've got no wind resistance.
The other brilliant thing that I love about this is there's a little light on here. Here, look.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, and when it actually shines onto the
Will it show on the, if you put that piece of paper
I don't know,
underneath it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
When it shines on the floor at night,
yeah,
it's like a Batman symbol. You've actually got it's gone out. You've got the put it on again. There you go. You've actually got the Range Rover symbol, and that's if that little silhouette comes up on the floor. But it's really good.
Yeah, it's really good
because it helps you find the step getting in and out of the car.
Yeah, it's very good.
In here, you've obviously got your normal petrol. Well, this is diesel.
What's the blue thing for?
Oh, I haven't told you about that.
No,
Right.
I haven't looked at my
and I only learnt about this because I had no idea diesel cars had to do this now in new cars. This is called Adblue, and it's a special additive that reduces your emissions coming out of the exhaust.
Emissions.
Emissions. Emissions. And as you're driving along, some of this Adblue fluid goes into your exhaust system, and it sort of gets rid of all those emissions and makes it a lot cleaner.
So where'd you get it from? I mean,
Well, you can get this from any garage, but you don't top this up as regularly as petrol.
So is that something the service people
No,
do
you
then,
can do it yourself. If you get a light that comes up on the dashboard saying it's low, when you go to the garage, you just get a bottle of it, and then you undo that and you put the bottle in and top it up. But that doesn't need to be done that often.
Right.
Okay.
Is it expensive, do you know? I don't
think so. No, I don't think it's that expensive. And then that is just your normal diesel. See, it's just a normal standard type thing.
Okay.
Now, because you have got an AdBlue tank, you don't necessarily have room in here. And again, I haven't told you. Look at the face. You haven't got a spare wheel.
Well, what do you do if you break down and have a wheel problem? You know, a puncture even. That's the word.
Technical wheel problem. Right, can you open the boot for me?
Yeah, I'll have to unlock it again. Shall I unlock it again?
What you do if you get a wheel problem? Right, here's the boot for a start. We've got our boot tray in there, which we've vlogged on another vlog. So if you haven't seen that, have a look at it.
One of the first things we ever buy, isn't it? It's one of those.
This all comes as standard as well. You've got belts that keep things tight. We've just got some screen wash in
The
there.
amount of times we have screen wash that goes all over the car, and that's another reason why we keep boot tray there.
Screen wash, milk, anything like that. Yeah. So I'm just going to take all this out of the boot and then show you where the spare wheel should be. Okay, right, so we've cleared the boot. You lift this up. First of all, there is a good sized compartment there.
All your bits and pieces.
So we've got all our caravanning bits in there. We've got our jump leads, we've got wing mirrors, we've got caravan connections, we've got the Elco wheel locks in there. So that all fits in there nicely. And at the back here, this is where your spare wheel went.
Oh, okay.
So what you do now is you connect that to that, put it in the wheel, blow it up, and it's all done. It's happy. Did you learn anything from that?
So I don't have to jack the car up anymore?
No, but what you do is you get this little contraption that plugs into your 12 volt.
Right.
Okay. You get this bottle of glue that you then plug into this.
Right.
You then plug that into the wheel.
Yeah.
You can get the gist of it. It then blows your wheel up, puts some glue in there, gets rid of your puncture, and should get you to a garage.
Oh, right, okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
What's that thing for then? Do we know? That's
a tow hook. So that screws into the front of the car,
All right.
and then somebody can tow you by using that.
clever.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that is just a little bottle or sort of like funnel
Yeah.
for that over there, and that's your locking wheel nut.
All right. Wow.
So that's it really. If you get stuck and you get a puncture, the best thing I would say to you is don't call me. Sit in your car, Mrs. T.
Well, we've got a Mayday anyway. haven't we?
Google it and then find out how on earth you get away.
Love it.
So there you go. That is your spare wheel. So that's quite interesting. I think that's it really.
It's good boot space though, isn't it?
Good boot space. There's quite a decent space there to use, sort of for
You've got
going away.
Is that 3 sections that
Yeah,
can go down?
the seats go down in 3 sections. So
That's
you've
good.
got 2 wider. It's
Yeah.
a 40, 40,
Yeah.
20. So you can actually have, a good size section down there if
And
you
the-
just want it split and you needed to also have somebody still in the car.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, it's a good size boot. And that's it. So just having a quick look around the car, it's a Portofino blue.
It's a pretty blue. It's like a black blue, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like I said.
Very nice. You see the colour now in the sunlight. And a lovely car. We're very pleased with her, aren't we?
certainly are.
We're really original. We've called her Eve because she's an Evoque. And that's it. I think we can just about finish there. Look, I hope you found that of interest. I hope that some of that information is good for you. What do you think, Mrs. T?
Yeah, perfect. Lovely.
Yeah.
I like my new car. Thank you very much.
Good. Great for towing, we hope. Please, please, please give us a thumbs up. We would really, really appreciate it because the more thumbs up, the more, well, it attracts a little bit of attention and we're really pleased on that one. Just to show you in the boot. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button if you can as well, please. So hit that red button or hit the enter button at the end of the video and subscribe. And please leave us your thoughts. If you've got any thoughts or any ideas about the car or you've got an experience of the car, please share it with us because others do like to watch that and look at those comments as well. And if you're out looking for a car and you're looking at the Evoque, then I really, really hope that this is being of some help to you all. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I'll let Mrs. T put everything away now. Bye, Mrs. T.
See you later.
Thanks, everybody. Stay safe and bye for now.